Hi friends, it's Chrissy. Today I have my first, I think, actual, honest to God, unboxing. So in my welcome to Vlogmas video, I talked about how I was not going to buy decks. And there was the day that I went downtown and bought a couple at a local shop. And then, oh friends, when I saw this one, this is an Instagram ad that was just like perfect. Just perfection, exactly what I needed, that I did not even know existed. The day I bought it, I went to look on YouTube and didn't see any videos of this deck. So let's get this party started. Oh no, it's another box. Do I have scissors? So friends, here we have the journey to the tower. Now, this will not bother me because I don't keep decks in boxes, but I do just want to point out that my box did get roughed up quite a bit. I'm assuming this handled in shipping. I can't imagine that this would actually have been sent out to me. But again, I use bags. I put all of my decks in bags, so I'm not, I'm gonna straighten this up a little bit. I'm not necessarily bummed by this, but if you're a box person, and it was packed really well, so I don't know how that happened. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is the journey to the tower. It is a 78 card photo tarot deck, an illustrated guide, 2 for C. I love that. The website is michaelgarlington.com. This is from 2021. So this deck is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but done with photography and props. If I'm not mistaken, that was shot in black and white. It was photographed in black and white and then watercolored over. Oh my gosh, I am so, oh, I saw the Ace of Wands and I just got verklempt. Okay. I have, within the last 3 months, kind of fallen in love with Rider-Waite-Smith. And I have been in love with photography decks. Started with the Somnia Tarot, then came Tarot with the Drowning World, and having a Rider-Waite-Smith clone in a photo deck is almost too much for my little heart to handle. Not even to mention the decks that are coming my way later this week, hopefully tomorrow, if Canada Post is correct. This is a big deck week for me. I want to acknowledge I keep looking at my watch. 1, to make sure we're still recording, and 2, because this showed up at lunch, so I'm actually on lunch from my mobile job. So let's look at the guidebook. I am a 6 of Wands person, or 6 of Swords, so we'll look at what it has to say about the 6 of Swords. Time to gather your things and head out, as you are well prepared to do so. Take just what you need and invite only the best company. Clarity of the mind, knowing when to leave and seek new opportunity, moving from one state of being towards a transformative journey. Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. I love it. Oh, this is interesting. So this actually, okay, I'll start at the beginning because Chrissy's excited. We have the signed copy of the guidebook, how to read the tarot, the minors, the majors, and then I like this. So we have a nice little summary, court cards, the suits, and then we go right into the minors. We already read the swords. Oh, I just saw the Two of Pentacles. For the majors, we have a full page right up. Element, Hebrew letter, numerology, symbols. I like the symbols being in here. Herb, keywords, mantra. And is this like a prayer, maybe? I am starts. Oh, I'm excited to get to dig into this guidebook. And then we have some spreads. 3 card, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 8, 10. Oh, this ancestral tree of life. That's fun. And then some notes in the back from Michael Garlington, Natalia Bertoli, and Poppy. All right, so now let's look at the cards. I had no idea size or cardstock of these cards because that was not listed. They're giants. So to give you, this is my Rider-Waite-Smith Centennial. So to give you an idea of the size difference, they're quite large and in charge. I am already just absolutely smitten with this deck. And I know that I will probably go through them and try to figure out, you know, what is actual, what is real in the picture, and then where the props are. So I'm actually going to find, in case I run out of time, because I do have to go back to work, I do want to start with the majors so we can see these, and then we'll go through as many minors as we can before before my watch goes off and I have to go back to work. So this is a thick but flexible cardstock. There is a matte finish, which I absolutely, oh my gosh, I absolutely love. They stick together immediately, but I feel like that could be shuffled out, but we're not gonna shuffle out because I'm going to show you. So so there are a lot of behind the scenes photographs at, I did not write down the Instagram profile, but I'll post it below. So these shots were made, of course, outside when it was appropriate. And like this may really be a hill, this could be cardboard, this is a dog. So there are some collage aspects, but it's more visual manipulation and like live collage as opposed to post-production collage. When I show you, when I come across one that I recognize, I'll let you know. This is stunning. It's like this would be an actual sword and an actual cup and an actual wand and an actual table and an actual pinnacle. And you can see that there's been like, this is props. These are props to create these visuals. And the backs are beautiful. The backs are stunning. These are bigger than will probably be useful in like spreads, but I don't even care. They're just real people. No pretense. I mean, the moon here appears to be made out of like fabric that's just draped around. I'm not doing a good job explaining this deck, I can tell. And it's partially because I am speechless. So this was actually, you know, a person out in the field with the creek with a hand-painted smock with these props. This is, I mean, cardboard that's cut and painted on. These are paintings on a piece of fabric, and then in post-production going in and coloring the photograph. The Emperor, look how sweet. Like how sweet of an old man. This feels like somebody, when I was in high school, I worked at a convenience store during the summers, and this looks like one of the old guys that would have come in and filled up his farm truck when I worked at the gas station. The Hierophant. Oh, look at his little slippers have bunny ears. I love how his facial expression is almost scared. Like, what have I gotten myself into? Oh my gosh, I love this deck. Look. Nudity. Not look nudity. Nudity alert. Colon. Look at this expression. Do you see the happiness on the face of Judgment? Oh. I mean, I've always assumed that it was Judgment in the Lovers. That may or not be valid, but that's kind of the image that I bring across. And like, I'm not talking about the meaning of how I view the Lovers today. That's not what I'm doing. But we can see the props that have been painted to create this scene. Oh my gosh, I just love it. The Chariot, she knows where she's going. And I love that we have this little kid here sitting in front of the, I'm moving too far up, aren't I? To show that there really is no motion here. If the chariot was moving at all, this kid wouldn't be here. I love it. Strength. You can tell how the lion here is not three-dimensional. I also want to know who all of these people are. The Hermit. There's a beautiful picture of this on the artist's Instagram page, where you can see that these are just cardboard props. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. I can't wait to go through this deck side by side with Rider-Waite and just really being aware of all of the symbolism that carried through. Oh, you can see her shoe peeking out. The Hangman with the cardboard halo. Death. I remember seeing this one, that the religious feature and the kids here are cardboard. And I love how they kept the perspective where you can see that the horse is cardboard and this is the structure that they've created so that she could sit up top. And how the number, the Roman numeral, is painted onto the flag. We've got a yoga blanket here with this guy. This deck is just brilliant. Brilliant. Temperance. The Devil. He looks like he'd be a good time. The Tower. I believe this is the kid of the creator. Again, this one's the making of is on Instagram as well. And I think this shows so much hope and the experience of the tower. That yes, those that are invested in the tower are watching, but there's newness coming through and looking forward. I dig it. The star. How the stars are on sticks to hold them up. You can see how oh my gosh. I just stop talking sometimes because I love it so much. We have the moon. The sun on a little rocking horse. Judgment. You can see the backdrop here and additional little props. This Judgment doesn't look as happy as the one in the Lovers. The World. And then we move into the minors with the Ace of Wands. Oh, I love this two so much. I'm really in love with the twos right now. In like the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. The twos and the queens right now is like where I feel like my energetic work is. This is actually the card that I drew for myself today from my deck. Our friend here is wearing Birkenstocks. You can see here where like the prop ends. This deck has been, it's thoughtful, but it's not precious. And I love that so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. And the Three of Wands. The Four of Wands with a cardboard castle in the background. We still have the tent poles and the swag. And more cardboard people here also dancing. Five of Wands. I love their costumes. The Six of Wands. The Seven. The clouds there, perfect. The Eight, again with this background here. I wonder what this is covering from the true scene. I love it. The Nine of Wands in front of the hillside. The Ten of Wands showing that he's just made his way on top of this box. The Page appears to be an older fellow. I love the smock. The Knight, again, cardboard horse. You can see here in the background what she's sitting on. Like there's even a laundry basket just hanging out down here. Oh, the Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. Moving to the Cups, the Ace. I gotta get a move on. The Two. The Three, they're little kiddos with their cups. The Four, I love the expression here. It's just like, no thank you. I'm gonna ignore you, much like I don't see you. The Five is the bridge. And the sun just right behind his head. The Six, look how cute. The Seven. This is just phenomenal. The Eight, again, this balance of particular but not precious is just really, they didn't go in and like edit out this wooden frame here or the pole that's holding up the moon, but just the picture is how we took it. God, goodness gracious, I love this deck. The 9 with the cups just above on this structure. And the size of this hat. And the 10 with the prop rainbow with the cups and the family. Can't. I love it so much. The page, the cardboard cup and the fish, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups with her dress going down into the water. And the King of Cups. I think this person is also the Magician, if I remember correctly. But again, the cardboard cutouts here for the water. And you can actually see someone's arm in here holding up this prop. Particular, not precious. I love the swords. Let's look at the swords. There's a drill still sitting in this picture. We have the 2. Oh, that's a beautiful 3 of Swords. All of this cloud movement here. The 4. He's taken off his little checkered Vans to have a nice little meditative rest. The 5. My favorite card, the 6 of Swords. Again, they've drawn attention to his red tennis shoes. The 7, look at the happiness on this face. Reconsidering how we see the 7 and how can we move away from manipulation and towards like planning and actual awareness. And that face changes the 7 of Swords a little bit, right? The 8 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. The quilts, the swords, the scene on the palette that represents the bed. And the 10 of Swords. Look how dark the sky is here. The Page. The Knight. What a great expression. The flying hair of the horse. The Queen. How I love her. The prop clouds. The prop sword. The painted robe, and the King of Swords. The Pentacles, the Ace. This was the card I was so excited to see. The 2 of Pentacles. I love this card. I love the sense of balancing what is important now and long term. I love this particular expression of the card because again, you can see the edges of this prop. I love it. It's like a real life collage. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 4, the 6, how the coins here are put on a rope so you can see them actually dropping down. You can see them in action. The 7. I do also really love a good 8 of Pentacles, the 9, absolutely beautiful, the 10, I'm assuming these dogs are props, but I don't know, I need to check Instagram. The Page of Pentacles, the Knight. Again, you can see the rear part of the horse is simply wood. The Queen of Pentacles, she is following me around lately. So beautiful and lush and green. And finally, the King of Pentacles. I love this deck. Of course, it is not going to be shuffleable. It's not going to be riffleable, but I'm wondering if it will riffle from the side. So I think what I'm going to need to do is go through and just separate card by card. Just doing one front to back so that they become a little more slippery. So we'll just even start with these and see if this helps the little sideways shuffle any at all. Maybe a little. I really want this to be a usable deck for me. I'm sorry, I just noticed I've been moving my my little mat around everywhere. Now overhand, it shuffles pretty good. There's definitely some give. Yeah, I don't think they're necessarily sticky to each other, and I think breaking the bonds that they've gotten to those close to themselves during shipping and production will make them absolutely shuffleable in this direction, in this way. So, yeah, this is the Journey to the Tower as my alarm goes off. I am very, very excited to work with this deck, to get to know it better. I typically do a 3-card reading, so 3 cards would look something like this. And here I am with 2s again, because that's what chases Chrissy around lately. I love how the imagery from the Rider-Waite-Smith carries in. I love this concept of like real life collage, like pre-production collage. I could not be happier with this deck. Now, would I like to also have a tarot size version of this deck instead of in addition to an oversized version? Yes. But does this make me excited about this maybe being my bedside deck and having this huge imagery close to me when I sleep? Absolutely. Yeah, I have fabric that I actually bought for another deck that is in the mail somewhere, that I will probably go ahead and make a wrap for that this evening, because today is my Muggle Friday, even though it's Thursday. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait to get to know this deck. It feels friendly. It feels friendly. In case you can't tell, I'm really, really pleased. So again, this is the Journey to the Tower Tarot, and I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Have a great day. Okay, friends, it's an hour 2, I don't know, it's later, and I have an addendum because I got really excited. So I just talked about this Journey to the Tower Tarot, you know, this video you're watching that I'm a couple hours out from, but just happened for you. And I thought of An absolutely stunning pairing. Are you ready for this? Oh, this is going to be magical. How about the Journey to the Tower with Tarot's color? How, like, gaspingly stunning is this? And to look for, we have the yellow, we have the dark blue. Is there pink? Is there space for pink in this? And the similarity here of the water under the bridge and the shape of this purple swoop here. The reds, the blues, the greens, the blacks. This is, oh, and how like the openness here is shown in her wings and in the two people and the coming together here in the mountain between the lovers and the emperor. Looking at the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. Oh, I can't stand it. With the red from the cloak. And we're going to imagine his skin is pink here instead of this really totally washed out color. And the yellow of the cloak to bring, and even how like the lizard here kind of looks like the signature on the Tarot's color. And then seeing the absolute, almost other than the gray, lack of similarity between the Two of Wands and the Devil, and then how do we balance those? This pairing with the Pentacles being so here where the Pentacles are moving around the person, and the Magician, how does the Purpose, how is that the center? The Sun and the Lovers. The two strips of color here, how that's mirrored in what the Sun is holding or holding back. The two arms of the Sun even. I am so excited to put these together. Like oh my gosh, the Ace of Cups and the Hangman. This is almost like if we looked into this cup from above. So thinking about the red cloak here on the character, and this being what is seen from above, and how what is being pierced here is green and blue. So how is this piercing in the Ten of Swords? How are we experiencing that in the heart chakra and the third eye chakra, with this understanding of how that pulls in our greater connection to our own magic, to the Queen of Wands energy. And the Arch and the Ace of Pentacles, and how that shows up here in the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Disc. I could do this all day. I could do this all day, but I won't. Oh my gosh, the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So is like this energy from the Six of Swords what makes up the throne for the King of Pentacles? This is going to be so fun. Okay, I've got to go. I've got to go, because if I don't, I'll talk all day. I love this. I love this. So, thinking about working with Journey to the Tower paired with tarot is color. And I think this is going to like, woof, open up my tarot mind in a whole new way. So I'm really gonna let you go now. Have a great day. Bye, friends.